Now the user that you want to use is John Dunbar,
John Dunbar, okay.
admin on the application.
I have also a Gupta, something like Bata Gupta. Is it?
Yeah, both are okay,
Uh-huh.
but I usually just use John Dunbar.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the first thing that you want to do is create a sandbox. Now, a sandbox is basically what's going to allow you to be able to create or to actually do any kind of modification to the application.
Okay. Right.
Let's give it a minute to load.
Systems are usually quite slow, like in the first half of the week. Like, nevertheless, today is already Wednesday, but today I also showed a demo.
But I think this is kind of a new environment as well, so it hasn't. There is no cache data at all, so that takes some time for the application to start caching data.
Okay. Did you have a talk with Karen as well, the new sales director?
Yeah, just a brief one. Introducing myself, she introducing herself.
Yeah.
Have your call?
Yesterday I had a call, also 30 minutes only, so it's kind of chit chat. You cannot like discuss something deeply in 30 minutes, only like chit chatting and maybe sharing some observations, like what she would like to achieve, my view, and that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. Okay, so logged in as John Dunbar. You open configuration, sandboxes. And you create a new sandbox. And the most important thing is that you select Application Composer as part of this. Now, there are other capabilities that are included there, but most important thing for this use case is Application Composer. What's the name of the customer?
That is SK Rapid. So SK, like sports club, but in German, Rapid. Yes, SK Rapid.
Okay.
Rapid means quick.
Now,
I think. Yeah.
If you're not planning to publish this to the main line, you can select no. Here, let's just say yes. And let's say create and enter. Now, it's typically the same use case that you would be if you want to, for example, customize the logos and stuff. You just need to include the appearance part. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've entered this sandbox. Here you select tool, application.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but Sean looked nervous for some reason, like when we were speaking with Karen. Maybe only my impression. I don't know.
Nervous as in worried or nervous as in what? What do you mean nervous?
I don't know. Usually he's kind of like relaxed. He's like the gentleman, He's like saying, sometimes even laughing. But now he was like focused and like just thinking about something, maybe trying not to say something in the wrong way. It's just my general feeling. Maybe just a lot of pressure, Karen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he wants to impress the new boss.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've entered into Application Composer, and what you want to do is that you want to find the object that you want to customize, okay? So typically it's going to be, if it's an out-of-the-box object, you'll find it under Standard Objects. This part is pretty slow, so just give it some time.
So it shouldn't be custom object, it should be standard object, right?
I mean, it depends on what you want to customize. If you want to customize a custom object, you'll find it here under Custom Objects. If you want to customize an out-of-the-box one, you'll find it under Standard Objects.
Is it possible to customize a product catalog or that sales catalog as well?
Usually you'll find that under, it's an administration task, not a customization. But if you want to add like additional attributes and stuff like that, I think there is a product object as well.
Okay.
Dear God, this environment is slow.
Yeah, so discussing now all of the standard objects and custom objects, and
Yeah, but, usually it's much faster than this, but this is probably the first time this environment has been accessed here. So
yeah, and like on the meeting with me, the Karen was more focused on like beating competitors, something like where we can attack or surround or replace, like so probably some pipeline generation, but in terms of like gaining market share from other big players, so tier one vendors on the market.
that's good. At least she's thinking about that. That's
Yeah.
something. Let's give this another try. And it failed. Okay, so here you have all the objects that you have, and I'm assuming you want to update opportunity.
Opportunity, exactly. So opportunity
is here. So you expand that, and under here you'll find multiple areas. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have fields, and basically under fields you'll access that. And from here you will be able to see all the out of the box fields as well as any custom fields that you've created or anybody else has created. Okay. So from here you'll be able to create, I want to say a new field, this is the type. If there is, for example, a list of value that needs to be associated with it, all of that you'll be able to define it from under that field tab here.
Yeah.
Also, you will find pages. So pages, this is the UI side of things. So if you wanna display this field in this specific page, you'll be able to select which page you want to add this in. Okay. Typically, it's not that slow though. So hopefully, right.
Today is a special day.
No, it's a new environment. That's my assumption. Now, all of this is going to be overhauled soon whenever we get Redwood. So whenever we get the Inside Sales app, there is going to be a new way to access this. But yeah, this is how we do it for now. So these are all the custom fields that are currently being configured because this environment is not out of the box. This is something that is configured by our demo team. So if you want to edit a selected field, if you want to create a new field, you'll be able to create a new custom field and you'll select the type, enter the name, and do it from there. Okay. So these are all the different types for attributes. So for example, if you want to have like a list of value, that's what's called the choice list field. It could be like reading from a completely different object. This is where the dynamic choice list field is coming. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Now you've created the field and you want to add it to the user interface. The way you do that is that you access the Pages tab. And from Pages, you will be able to, there are different pages that's available for every object. So there is a page for the list page, the one when you select that object and you get the list of all objects. There is a page for creation. So whenever you say new and you want to enter the data for the new, there is a page that's specifically for that. Okay. There is the edit page. And even for the different pages, there could be pages for specific roles. So for example, I want a sales admin to see a different view than the sales rep, for example. So these are all different. You can create different versions of the same page.
Okay.
And you can define that. But let's say for your use case, you want to just add it in the details page.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is probably the one that you need to update. You select that, and all the fields that are available under the object is going to be available to you, and you're just simply going to be able to add it to that specific page.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's going to appear in details, right? On the opportunity on details tab.
Yeah, so whenever you select an existing opportunity, you'll be able, so I'll show you the view that you're gonna get here.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be able to select where you wanna add that specific field.
Okay.
Okay. So here, for example, this is the sub tab. Here you have like sales coach, recommended actions, the actual products that you can associate with an opportunity. So all of these are more or less editable. If you want to add a completely new tab, you'll be able to do that. Here, for example, if you want to add it here, you simply click on that edit button and you're going to be able to select which fields. So here are all the selected fields, the fields that are currently appearing. Here are all the available fields that are the ones that have not been added here. So your new attribute is going to be available here. You simply select it, click on this button here, and you'll be able to select where exactly it will appear. That's it. Nothing more than that.
Okay. Okay, cool. So the new field is appearing in available fields, right? The new one that I'm going to create, and then I just selected which one will be selected, and then where it will be assigned to which tab. Okay, so I'm just selecting the sub tab, and in it, in the sub tab, I'm selecting the field. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much it. Nothing more to that. Now, one last part. Last part. Now, this is only going to appear for users that's inside the sandbox. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to publish this, so once you've made the changes that you want and tested it and you want to publish it, you'll be able to see here, click publish, and that's gonna publish it so that any other user will be able to access it. Okay. If you don't want to do that, so for example, if you're using like a common environment like this, any user that you want to test can access the sandbox, and you'll be able to enter that sandbox and use the application from there. Okay.
Yeah.
And there are two ways to view the sandbox, either the edit or preview. Preview will just make it as if it was published. Okay.
And in preview, I don't have to publish it. Yeah.
Yeah, but users will have to be inside that sandbox to be able to see the changes that you've done.
Okay. How can I see what kind of users are already there? Just to orient.
No, you can't. Every user, so you need to log in to the application, access the customization tab, select the sandbox, and say enter. I want to enter that sandbox.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thanks a lot. I will play with that, right? And if anything will not be clear, I will just reach out to you. Cool. Thanks a lot for that.
No worries. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.